Hi, I'm Julie from julieblanner.com, and I'm so excited to share my bakery style M&M cookies with you today. I start them off with a little trick that makes them better than the rest, actually better than the bakery, and that is browning butter. And I'll show you just how to do that. To brown butter, we're first going to turn our range onto medium heat. And now we're going to put our butter in. And watch it melt. You'll notice you can hear the butter simmering and you'll see it foaming. Resist the temptation to stir, and if you feel like you need to give it movement, just give it a little shake. Continue to cook until it has a nutty brown aroma and is brown in color. We're getting really close. I'm just waiting for that nutty brown color and aroma. And it looks like it's ready to go. Now we're going to allow the brown butter to cool before we incorporate it into the rest of our recipe. Now we're going to combine our sugars with vanilla and egg until our butter is cooled. We're going to do 3/4 cup of sugar. We'll do 1 cup of packed brown sugar. And I actually just use my jar to pack it because I'm kind of lazy like that. And then a tablespoon of vanilla, which I'll measure for you today, but I've been guilty of not doing the same for myself. And our 2 eggs. Finally, we're just going to mix this on low until barely incorporated. One of the secrets to bakery style cookies is that you don't overmix the egg. That makes all the difference in the world because it really helps them rise and gives them body. Now we're going to mix together our dry ingredients. First, 3 cups of flour. And then we'll do a teaspoon of baking soda. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we'll mix them all together and set aside until we're ready to incorporate into the wet mixture. Now we're going to grab that browned butter now that it's all cool. That way we didn't scramble our eggs. We're going to pour this directly into our mixing bowl. Now we're going to stir on low. And as I mentioned before, we don't want to overmix, so just until incorporated. And we'll start blending in our dry ingredients. Oh, these smell so good. Now that these are just mixed, we're going to blend in our chocolate chips. Now we're going to blend in our M&Ms. M&Ms not only add a lot of additional flavor, but they also add some more body. They make a nice, thick, chewy chocolate chip M&M cookie. You may have noticed that we reserved a few M&Ms, and that's because we're going to press them into the top so that they're absolutely beautiful too. Now we're going to drop dough balls onto our cookie sheet. Of course you can roll cookie dough with your hands, but I absolutely love using a cookie scoop or ice cream scoop. I'm linking my favorites in the description below. But for these better than the bakery cookies, we're going to use an ice cream scoop because the bigger the better, really, right? I'm gonna go ahead and I'll kind of compact it all in here. And I'll clean off the edges because we want it to be nice and even. And I'll drop it onto the cookie sheet. But we're not going to stop there. We want these cookies to be beautiful, so we're going to press a few M&Ms to the top. I like to go by the rule of odd numbers, so I either do 5 or 3, just like that. And to really kick them up a notch, we're going to add a little crack of sea salt. And repeat. Now you can put these directly in the oven, or if you'd like, you can put them in the freezer to make them extra chewy and really hold their shape. To make these delicious bakery-style M&M cookies, go to julieblanner.com for the full recipe.